No one is talking about the headshot bug or ninja nerf in Marvel Rivals because I swear headshots are harder to hit now. And no, it's not because I'm boosted or bad or I got worse. Is this happening to anyone else too? If you play any character that can headshot, most notably hit scans like Hela, Punisher, Widow, Warlock, ask yourself if you are hitting headshots or critical strikes at the same rate you did last season. I've been playing and noticed I can't hit as many anymore. Look at my accuracy of 17% in season 1.5 down to 12% in season 2.
I've lost my mojo!
I thought it was going crazy, but then we checked the data, and this is widespread. Okay, so we're just gonna go in here and pull up the leaderboard, and we're just gonna look at the top 10 Hela players that don't have their profiles on private, and we're just gonna compare their critical rate from this season and last season. As we can see here, this Hela player has a critical hit rate this season of 15%, whereas last season critical hit rate 19%, 4% higher in the previous season than the current season. Next, we have this guy who has 12% critical hit rate this season, 15% last season, 14%, 19%, 16% last season, 21%. 17%, down from 21% in the previous season, 14%, 16% the previous season. And now let's have a look at a couple of Punisher players just so that we can check another hit scan. 7% and 6% critical hit rates. Previous season, 10 and 9% respectively. I know we're talking about smaller percentages as a whole, but that's still a 30% drop off, which is very significant. 8% across the board, down from 10 and 12%. Yet another very significant fall off. 5 and 6% respectively, 7 and 9% respectively. Next one, great in-game name, 6% and 7%, down from 8 and 10%. 8% across the board, 12 and 13% in the previous season. I believe that's the biggest fall off so far. 7 and 8%, down from 8 and 11%. Now I know some people are probably thinking, oh, why don't you go down the list and check every single name? I mean, well, you can do that if you'd like to, but I think that this is a pretty damn good sample size that proves my point that across the board, every hit scan player has been affected by this. And remember, I'm also showing you the best players on the server, and it is consistent amongst them. We checked the patch notes and didn't see anything mentioned except for Iron Man's hitbox being slightly reduced, but that is just one hero. The other hero hitboxes should be unchanged. I asked in the official Marvel Rivals Discord, and there were no answers there either. As a Hela main, I had this thought in the back of my head of maybe I'm losing my mind, but if it's also happening to one above all top 500 players, then I'm surprised there hasn't been a racket made about this yet. I could go on, but I think you all get the point. Not a single one we checked got better from last season, and most are around 3 to 5% worse. One less headshot in a duel or a team fight, or even a flank, could potentially flip the entire fight. A couple of those headshots not even counting as hits in the previous seasons over the course of a game. And yeah, now we start talking about potentially entire games that were wins turning into losses. While you're all complaining about the support strike, you forgot to actually reflect and look at your own play and somehow did not notice that you are not hitting as many crits or headshots, which in my opinion is a much bigger issue. We should be hitting more headshots on these supports, but we aren't. Anyways, I think I've made my point. We are complaining about the wrong things. I don't care if DPS is in a fine spot. I just want changes that happen to be documented so I don't go crazy and sound like a conspiracy theorist the next time this happens. Or if this is a legitimate bug, which I believe it is, for it to be acknowledged by the dev team and know that a fix is coming soon. However, they won't be fixed if nobody brings it to their attention. Ideally, this is just a bug and it gets fixed or addressed. Then we'll be all
groovy, baby!